Well, have you heard Ion say, and he said it many times in Castro, Bob and James crashed the economy.
Yes.
You've heard him say that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a complex statement, and it's true. Basically, everything stopped when Ion showed up. Everything that we're waiting to realize, like 2012 or whatever, the immanentizing of the eschaton, whatever fantasies that can come, it's happening. It's happening now and is symbolized by Ion. Now, if you're a person who listens to Achieve Radio, and you listen to the Tarot Show and the Psychic Reader and all those things, and you happen to accidentally tune in to Wednesday between 11 and 2 Pacific Standard Time, and you start hearing us, you'd probably be considered sane if you start saying, who are these guys? Oh, they're a put on. They're people joking and pretending they're talking to a medium because it's a psychic radio. They're going to think, because there's so much going on, they're not going to understand what is actually happening. It's so different. And so they're going to think these are jokers. But what they find, those that stay, they somehow respond to the voice of Ion. They say, that voice, when I heard it, I knew, holy shit, this is something real. This is true. This is God. This is, I don't know what, some exaggerated thing, right?
Yeah. And
they stick around, and then they're rewarded for staying around. But it's always a joke for me about when people stumble in there without knowing that what they're encountering.
Right.
It's just, I mean, they'll hear me talking on, they'll hear me tell Ion to shut up. You know, there's no respect like you would if you had a sacred spirit there, and everybody's, bow-towing and being polite. You can't get it. That's why I think they would think it was a satire, because I'm being so crude sometimes with Ion. Doesn't fit the mold of religious respect, right?
Right.
But that's part of the message. It's wide open. Ion's main statement is there are no more rules, which means there are no more laws in nature. A law in nature is a rule. No more rules. That's why anomalies are going to happen more and more. So I say that Ion is the Howard Cosell of the emptying of the guff, or the thinning of the veil. He's the Howard Cosell every week reporting in about what happened this week, why things are happening. Now we can talk about any level of business, any level of secrecy, and we hint at it on the radio show, but we don't tell it all because that causes trouble for the station. It doesn't cause trouble for us, and all the elites of different levels of knowledge and institutions are aware of Ion, interact with Ion, and basically we're the authority that they consider now. It's not an authority, it's a power. Ion goes on about the difference between authority and power. We are presenting something. J.J. Abrams uses our stuff to keep the fringe going. They use our stuff in the series The Event. There's other series that use it. They're all monitoring this and getting inspiration from it, getting ideas right in your industry.
Right.
So we are ready, as I say, I'm here. Ion says, Bob's here to create a new civilization. I'm up the ante. We're here to create a new universe. And Ion says yes and supports it and says Bob's doing it and it's happening. And you're witnessing it and you're only getting glimpses of what is actually going on behind the scenes. So it's pretty huge, dramatic, megalomaniacal thing to say. Now, I've been talking this way sort of for 25 years.
Right.
But I could never prove it, right?
Right.
I can kind of prove it now just by the effects we're having with Ion's help, So it is pretty dramatic. That's why I tell you and Jerry, get your fucking ass out of the McLuhan fitting way. Get over here. This is the new technology, the extension of the non-physical. It's all Android meme, McLuhan, old school.
Well, and that's basically what Philip K. Dick was writing about in Valis and the other one.
I have no time really to read, but I will try to get chances to glimpse at them, and I'll get fragments of
they're good. Like, you could read them in a couple days.
Okay.
But, it'd be a couple days of reading.
Right, but the point is,
you don't have a couple days.
I've already explained what I know they are.
Yeah.
They're the Thompson Squadron, intuiting the Android meme, but it's interesting that at the end of his life, P.K. Dick is pointing to an Ion situation from the book Thompson Bias, but at least he's noticing it and getting the words down.
And there's a documentary called The Penultimate Truth of Philip K. Dick or something like that.
Okay.
And it was linked to on Information Farm.
Okay, good.
And it's all about it.
About what?
About Valis and about all that.
In detail.
In detail,
Okay, good. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I did watch, when you sent me that, you told me that a month or two ago, this quote.
Yeah.
And I went and found some documentary on it. Was his buddies in San Francisco?
Yeah.
What's that one called?
That's maybe the same one.
Called A Stranger? No, they don't go into the valley.
Okay.
It's just talking to the girlfriend, and she misses him, and
it's not talking about like religion or spiritualism and all this stuff.
Maybe a little, but
the one that was on Information Farm was only about that.
And I don't think I watched that one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
This one has his buddies, like semi-known writers talking. Yeah. That's not the one you're talking about.
No. The one I'm talking about, it has his friends talking,
but it's got the concepts.
Yeah.
I wonder now
and they're like, I remember.
They talk about the blue, the pink light.
Yeah.
And there's a woman on there, his old girlfriend or friend, who says, "I did not take it seriously then, but I wish I had now."
Yeah.
If that's
that could be the same
thing. That's the documentary. But there's not enough to satisfy me.
Is that the one where occasionally it cuts to like people like secret agents doing some weird, like, looking through his file?
Some dramatic. What do you call it? A docudrama effect. No, that's not in there. No, I want to see that. If I can get quickly more of the concepts.
Yeah.
But you see, I know that I've read enough Dick and that to know, or about him, to fit him in. Because remember, the Enderman means a hologram.
Right.
Starts off as a broad hologram, one hologram with the satellite environment of the 60s. Then the digital shrinks the hologram, breaks it up so everybody has their own little matrix hologram. That's the unfolding process. I see the 67 to 72 period, the Dick period, is he's talking about the big effect of the satellite environment, one big hologram everybody's inside of, and it's being run by the Holy Roman Empire and the Vatican or something.
Right? Yes.
That